Daria Ranowska, hello and welcome to diverCity. In this edition we will follow Youth for Media, an European network which has sent its participants to different countries. Youth were discussing, discovering culture and exchanging ideas with a local community. diverCity will visit Cyprus, Macedonia, Israel and Sweden. Let's have a look on our preview.
Storyline: a delegation from Germany visits Israel and talks about the Israeli-German history. Open topic: finding solutions for poverty, youth unemployment and marginalism in Macedonia. Webcheck: creating an online platform for everyone interested in media making. Music Corner: a music video for I'm Nothing from the band Ladays.
Youth from Germany and Israel had a meeting in Rishon LeZion, a twin city of Munster. For some of them, getting to know each other and spending time together was one of the first possibilities to break stereotypes from the past. We found water. Almost 132 years ago, this sentence was screamed by the founders of Rishon LeZion, the fourth largest city in Israel. Water, a universal symbol of life and change. Jewish migrants from Russian Empire needed source of water to survive, and they, the delegation from Bürgerhaus Bennohaus, needed to feel the rain of the Holy Land on their own skin.
This is the first synagogue on this hill.
The distance between Munster and Rishon LeZion is over 3,000 kilometers. However, it is not a big problem for the twin cities to continue the cooperation which German Bürgerhaus Bennohaus and Israeli Revivim High School have started over 13 years ago.
And we made so much projects, we have to remember and think about you.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Thanks.
Just a second. Keep standing.
The program which Revivim High School and Youth Department had prepared for the delegation from Munster impressed everyone. Participants definitely didn't have time to be bored. Trips, visits, discussions, museums, sightseeing and meetings occupied them each day.
We had some very interesting programs here. I think the program was chosen very well. We watched a film, for example, today, which was called Ajami, and we could even have a talk to the director, which was very, very great. We asked a lot of questions. We had a trip to Jerusalem, which was also so great. When I saw it on the schedule, I could not believe it that we are going to Jerusalem actually, and I was at Jesus' grave, which was like crazy.
Yeah, here in Israel we already had some excursions. We visited Rishon LeZion, Jerusalem. We had different discussions about topics like media making, about movies, about Holocaust actually also.
The youth center also presented itself to us, so they've shown us what they are doing, and on one day we went with a special group together to Jerusalem because they are doing a Model United Nations, so they are dealing with the United Nations, what it's doing, and we went with them to Jerusalem to stay at the United Nations house and learn about foreign relations of Israel, also Germany, and about their connection at the UN.
We have been in the auditorium of Revivim School, and we have like concert of the school with dancing. We saw some activities of Rishon LeZion.
There were from many highlights which participants could list. However, the question is which part was especially valuable for them. What was the best moment of their visit in Israel?
I think the best part was to the all things that I work with another people from another country. I really love it. It's something I don't know how to explain. It's like new for me because last year in German that was my first time when I talking English, and this was before a long time.
Yeah, the visit in Jerusalem was very, very special for me because it was special to see how your excitement is about this place.
Jerusalem was so amazing. It was just like the different religions there and how people are acting, and also how they are talking about the differences in religion. It was just very interesting, and it was a strange feeling.
I think the best part was Jerusalem, because it was really interesting. I live here all my life and I never been in this part in Jerusalem till this day.
My favorite day was actually today, not only because of the Ajami film, also because at the filming at the skate park, because it was very exciting. And actually I always thought that making a skate video would be a very nice thing, and when I saw it on the program I was like, what the fuck, that's nice. Yeah, and for us it was like paradise. Everybody was like very excited and was running around with the camera all the time, and maybe we even have too much material, but we could not stop filming. It was really nice.
Both sides, Israeli and German, didn't want to avoid discussions about hard and bad past. Delegation from Munster visited local hubs for Holocaust survivors and museums. After the presentation about German-Israeli history, they took part in the reflection round. Together, without any prejudice, without hiding facts, and with hope. Hope for a better future, they discussed issues which at school always sounded only like dry lines from books.
I'm a third generation of Holocaust survivor, and I know that the first time I told my mother I'm going to Germany, she wasn't so excited, but I think she's eventually realized that things are changed now.
But you had to convince her in a way, or you had to talk with her to explain?
No. She realized it herself.
What was it that you learned in high school?
You know, mostly about the Holocaust.
At first, when you learn in school about the past, you cannot do anything against having a bad Gewissen.
Conscience.
A bad conscience somehow.
I've done nothing to do. I'm not guilty, but my nation is guilty. I'm not guilty. And I saw in my village, in my small village, that the people don't talk about this. And the same is in Israel. The other people don't talk about this. And if they talk in a very close way. And I think it is necessary to open the mind.
I was a child in Romania, and many of my families were exterminated in the Transnistria camp of Romania. And I survived with my parents, my other part of my family. And for many years, I didn't want to listen German language, didn't want to meet German. And then I met the new generation of Germans, and I changed my mind. I am a good example that we can change our mind.
I don't think all the Germans are bad or Nazis or all those stuff. I really think you are nice, good people. I would love to visit Germany.
And I understood that I cannot blame them. I cannot blame Dr. Mussold what happened in the Second World War. I cannot blame all these young and beautiful young women from Minster for that.
If I will need to go to Berlin or somewhere else in the world to get married to the one I love, yes, I don't see a problem with it.
The visit of Bernhaus delegation in Rishon LeZion finished. However, knowledge and feelings which they have now in their minds will last for a long time. In the House for Holocaust Survivors, all participants received bracelets with a sentence, "Remember and tell." The memories of difficult history, wonderful visits and friends whom Germans left in Rishon LeZion for sure will be remembered and passed on, like water flowing in a river. Center for Youth Activity from Skopje organized a seminar on which youth were discussing about difficult situation of unemployed and marginalized people. Let's have a look on the report from Macedonia.
Italy, 54% of youth in employment.
Turkey, 23%.
Romania 27.3%.
Malta, 12.7%.
Germany 8%.
Lithuania 21.8%.
Macedonia 47.5%.
Republic of Macedonia is since 23 years an independent country which now is trying to fight with difficult economic situation. Center for Youth Activity organized in Struga a seminar, Youth Unemployment, Poverty and Marginalism.
The seminar in general is about youth unemployment, marginalized groups and poverty. Very important topics that, as we can see, every country, every society faces, but struggles to overcome it.
We determined the causes first and then concentrated on what we can do, how to solve the problems.
I was proposed to go here and to try to inspire young people of creating their own businesses and don't care about unemployment.
We tried to make a balance between countries that have, let's say, similar problems with Macedonia, like Turkey, and countries like Germany or Malta, where these three topics are not that exposed as to our country. And we wanted the benefit to be to create, let's say, the connection between the good examples of Germany and Malta and their experience and the problems of Macedonia.
The idea of gathering people from different countries, Poland, Germany, Macedonia, Lithuania, Malta, Romania and Italy, succeeded. Participants have learned from each other and exchanged the knowledge which in the future might change the situation of people with variety problems.
The situation about marginalism and poverty is not so different in all around the country, but some of them have find a solution, and this solution could be shared and used in order to improve the situation in all around the country. Not only the country has participated in this seminar, but I think most topics could be used also in different way in different countries.
Now I know how the situation looks like.
And in the same way, I've learned also that in my country, in Malta, we're not that much unlucky, maybe, that we have problems, but we have also, there are also sectors where we don't have problems while other countries have. So appreciate more the situation and maybe evaluate some solutions for the problems there.
I have learned that we can be very lucky in Germany because the situation isn't that bad like in other countries. And I also learned very much about other countries because here are so many people from different countries, and when you talk to them you get an impression of their culture.
I noticed that each country that is present here has kind of the same problems like in my country. Together we managed to find few solutions to change the existing problem for these marginalized groups. And I personally go back in my country and I will apply many of the solutions found here.
The seminar Youth Unemployment, Poverty and Marginalism was full of discussions and finding solutions. However, organizers didn't let participants to leave Macedonia without any conclusion. During final event, a conference in Skopje, youth tried to show what is the situation in their countries, suggest some proposals and share good examples. Now they know that speaking about the problems and looking for solutions together is priceless.
I can say that we are all united in good times and in bad times, and we have to stick together, and that only together, nations, we can change the world and the problems we are facing.
The very good atmosphere between different nations, people, how we can understand each other so well.
Spending time together.
Gaining knowledge and experience for self and future projects.
When you're working a group and your group can sum everything, can arrive to a result, this is the best moment you can ever had.
And show to the huge number of people that they really have the same problems, which is, for me, I think for us is very, very important question and people to understand that we have some boundaries, let's say political or national, but for the problems we are all the same.
The opportunity is something that everybody has, but if you don't know where is it, search for it, and I'm sure that the opportunity is around you. You have just to find it.
If you are a journalist or you are interested in gaining knowledge in making videos, you will probably like the idea of Media Hackers. The project's aim is to create an e-learning platform. The ideas were developed in Cyprus.
I think it's a bad point. Be more just I want to know what you ate and did in the previous.
We could have something like either hyperlinks or
just to start the anticipation.
Mobile production.
Media Hackers is an European Union-funded project taking place in the frames of Leonardo da Vinci Educational Program. Overall, 8 partners from Belgium, Greece, Germany, Cyprus, Romania and Netherlands are involved in this project. Between 6th and 7th of March, Youth for Media visited Cyprus Community Media Center in Nicosia to participate in a focus group meeting with the partners.
Our Media Hackers project had our 3rd consortium meeting. It was a good opportunity for our partners to come together and discuss all the things that we are implementing during our project, which is really serious because we are implementing our training material to be embedded in a platform, an online platform to be prepared actually quite soon. So we had the chance to elaborate more on technical features that we would like to insert to our platform, and more discussion on our content and details that we need to change or add in order to make it more attractive and appealing to our target groups, our media professionals all over the participant countries.
We got to Cyprus actually to make a kind of state of play regarding the developments of the project, and we witnessed that the project is going quite well, is advancing, is making tremendous headways. Nonetheless, it is not over, so we have to make some new headways, notably in terms of testing all the contents that have been developed.
The idea of Media Hackers is based on the successful media training project from 2008, but is now focusing on journalists and their daily work life. In order to find out about the actual training needs of journalists, all partners conducted a survey among journalists and media professionals in their representative countries. Based on these results, the Cyprus Community Media Channel developed the draft of the training concept.
We are working right now actually in the middle of our partnership meeting about possible ways of promoting the project, and we just hold a brainstorming session which was quite fruitful and you will see very soon the result in the coming months, because the deadline of our project is approaching very quickly, and therefore we have to be ready to deliver some good results on due time. But you'll see the results, and once again I'm sure that this project has a huge potential, and it will deliver for sure.
Thanks to the meeting in Nicosia, the project moved forward. The final event of Media Hackers will take place in autumn 2014 in Greece. All the outcomes will be presented, and a new online platform will be ready to use with a free access for everybody. In this edition of diverCity, we will come back to Sweden. I would like to present you the video of Le Days from the album Dead People on Tape. The clip was produced thanks to the cooperation between Daniel Hedin and the filmmaker Tobias Anderberg. I would like to invite you to listen to I'm Nothing. In the meantime, I'm saying goodbye and hope to meet you again, because it's good to see more. Cześć!
No control. I got nothing to hold on to except the walls holding me, and I'm nothing. Looking at me, I'm nothing. In my head, see me killing you, and it's not supposed to be you in that dirt. It's supposed to be me.